At first, this might seem like a simple garden scene. Behind a green wall is a garden filled with neat rows of fruit trees, vegetables, and herbs growing in abundance. Chickens or quail peck at the ground, a rooster crows, and 2 cats look interested in what is happening around them. But the more we look, the odder this scene begins to feel. In the foreground, strange and dreamlike figures hover and move, almost like ghosts or apparitions. One appears to materialize from smoke above the ground against a tree. Other strange figures form a small group to one side of the wall, while a figure in orange stands near the group of chickens. This is British artist Leonora Carrington's kitchen garden on the Eyot, painted in 1946 while she was living in Mexico City after fleeing Europe during World War II. The painting feels fantastical, not grounded in ordinary reality. Carrington was part of the Surrealists, a group of artists and writers who experimented with myth, dream worlds, and the unconscious. If you look closely, one thing repeats again and again. Eggs. That's right, eggs. A bird lays an egg in midair. A ghostly white figure cradles an egg in the tree. The branches curve around this figure almost like it has been placed inside an open eggshell. Hens or quail gathered at the base of the tree look egg-shaped or at least ovoid. One cat has the same ovoid shape, similar to an egg. The orange figure, whose left arm arcs upwards, holds an egg-shaped vessel. Even the shape of the garden resembles an egg. To put it plainly, Carrington was exceptionally interested in the idea of the egg. But why? At the time Carrington painted this, she was pregnant. The egg had long been a symbol of fertility, growth, and creation. As her body grew new life and prepared to bring new life into the world, the egg as a symbol seems fitting here. However, those same ideas also relate to her as a working artist, where ideas need to develop and grow before she puts paint to canvas to create. Eggs also mattered for another reason here too. Carrington painted this scene in tempera, which is a paint medium made with egg yolk. Eggs were popular symbols in Surrealist art and writing due to their association with creation, life, transformation, and even alchemy. Alchemy was an early practice of experimenting with materials, where people attempted to transform metals into gold and discover secret cures, ultimately contributing to the development of modern chemistry. This painting isn't entirely about ordinary pregnancy or gardening, or even eggs. This world is mystical, even magical. Her figures are distorted, or at least don't appear like living figures in our world. A horned figure appears with tiny animals dangling from it. A body emerges from a tree, or is it floating in front of it? The figure in orange sprinkles powder over their head, as if they are casting a spell. Or is that fertilizer? Or maybe bird feed? Carrington painted the garden with distorted perspective, with it seeming to undulate and tilt to one side. And notice how there are no figures inside it? The garden seems almost supernatural, and that it seems special, so special that no one is inside it. Yet all the figures we see gather outside it, as if proximity to it is important, like it's drawing them to it. Carrington was interested in the sacred and supernatural, drawing on Kabbalah, Celtic mythology, Catholicism, Mexican traditions, magic, alchemy, tarot, the occult, witchcraft, and more. She was not alone in these wide-ranging interests. Living in Mexico City as an expatriate, she formed a tight-knit circle with other artists with similar interests, such as Remedios Varo and photographer Katy Horna. Do you see how 6 paths through the garden meet up in the center? It almost looks like a spindly starfish. This may be intended to evoke a 6-pointed star or hexagram, a symbol significant in many world religions and occultism, and it relates to transformation. Eggs transform from a goo to a fully formed material. A fertilized egg transforms in a woman's body into a fully formed baby. Likewise, artists transform ideas and materials into form. Carrington's use of a walled garden also exemplifies her ability to draw inspiration from many different traditions and sources. In the Christian tradition, a walled garden was often associated with the Virgin Mary, symbolizing purity and miraculous creation. After all, the Virgin Mary is believed to have conceived of her son Jesus, the Son of God, miraculously. Here, Carrington adapts this religious tradition, making it more about the power and even the miraculous nature of women's bodies. The walled kitchen garden is where a household grows fresh food to eat, bringing us back to the themes of fertility, growth, and creation. Carrington herself loved to cook in her life in Mexico City, and she saw it as a place where women engaged in alchemy, transforming ingredients into magical, nourishing meals.